And that gets a really nice release for Zunaeed. Good. Best part of an hour, getting ready for this adjustment. Good. 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 Good.
Ooh.
Good. One more. Good. Hey everybody, Dr. Luke Stringer here, Advanced Health Chiropractic down in South Loop, Chicago, with our sponsored athlete, the man, the myth, the legend, Zunaeed. Alright, on this week's vlog, Zunaeed would have been talking about just the importance of nutrition, his macros, his micros, obviously his carbs and protein that he needs to be obviously taking to supplement his performance in the gym, and then obviously we'll be revisiting that when he gets competition time. He has to shift a little bit of weight. Today's video, folks, is going to be on how Zunaeed's using our clinic to support his recovery, specifically as a powerlifter. So Zunaeed, I'm going to give you the mic. If you want to let all the viewers watching, a typical training week for you, you can talk about, the block that you're currently on, how it's taxing your spine, obviously your extremities, the CNS, and then things you do both in here and the things we recommend for you outside the practice to manage all that weight you're putting through your body. And then we're going to get Zunaeed going with some treatment. Should be a kind of a blended approach of a little bit of kind of prehab recovery stuff with some functional treatment. So Zunaeed.
Yep. Hey everybody, Zunaeed here. So actually, thank you for giving me the mic. So right now I'm 24 days out from my competition. I'm a powerlifter, as you guys already know. So squat, bench, and deadlift, I compete in all three. Obviously, maximal effort work on all three, putting up some big weights. So right now, 24 days out, we're hitting the heaviest weights we can. It's all singles, just sets of one, very minimal volume, no bodybuilding type stuff at all. Just pure raw, just nervous system just dialed in, just heavy weights basically. So obviously comes with it is like a lot more pressure on your spine, a lot more pressure on your hips, a lot more pressure on your knees, your shoulders, all that stuff. So me personally, how I keep myself healthy, besides just using good judgment, using good form, not doing anything silly 24 days out, coming in here, they do a lot of traction on me, which helps big time because that reverses the compression on my back. Because if I'm carrying 4 plates plus on my back while squatting, or I'm ripping 500 plus off the floor, like all that's a lot of coaxial loading, and so you got to balance that out somehow. So with the traction they're doing here, the decompression stuff, the adjustments, all that helps really alleviate the pressure that's getting put on specific parts of my body. And also just to keep myself healthy outside the gym too, I like supplementing effectively. I like joint health stuff like glucosamine. That keeps my joints mobile, limber, full range of motion ensured. I take creatine. It just helps me recover a little bit better, helps me push myself a little bit better. Melatonin's good for sleep. I'm a fan of that. And Dr. Luke, you asked about macros as well. 200 grams of protein minimum. I think that's a solid baseline for anyone who's lifting, anyone who's trying to put on size. Keeps you satiated, keeps your muscles in muscle protein synthesis more easily. You don't ever get into starvation mode. I like keep my carbs right around 300 grams, so I'm not trying to get too big right now. I compete as a 181, so I got to keep my weight within like 5-6 pounds in my class, so I have to do a crazy death cut to get down to it. And fats, I just take it as it comes. Most of my fats come from unsaturated fats from eggs. I like salmon, high in omega-3s, things like that. Stuff that's non-inflammatory. I try to stay away from like canola oil, vegetable oil, stuff like that. But those are some things I do to keep myself healthy and out the gym.
Yeah. So as we preach in the practice, realistic focus, you gotta eat well, move well, think well. So when you put into your body, you get out your body. Obviously, Zunaeed's flying through those weights, and then obviously having a positive mindset. So Zunaeed touched on traction. Traction is chiropractic biophysics, most researched form of chiropractic. It's decompressing the spine biomechanically on that kind of Y or X axis. Key for Zunaeed when he's putting all that weight through his spine, and then obviously supplement that with adjustment soft tissue. So we're going to jump into a typical Wednesday maintenance visit for Zunaeed and get him adjusted. So if you want to watch that. All right, guys. So motion is lotion, and we want to get Zunaeed's spine moving. When we use the auto stim and we fire it into the disc, it stimulates the disc. This is a shock absorber of the spine. They pick up on movement. That's how they get hydrated. Obviously Zunaeed's pulling and squatting 1,000 pounds, so those discs are just consistently getting crushed. We love the Hypervolt in this office. I just think it's a great way to treat big muscle groups. So again, Zunaeed's got 500 pounds on his back. He's just ripping into these leviators, these traps, these big muscles that in the neck and the shoulder, upper back. This percussive tool just essentially percusses the muscle tissue, so improves blood lymph oxygen into the area, which is key for recovery. Obviously, we'll get some video footage of Zunaeed doing a full visit before his competition, but Zunaeed's been here for about an hour. He's done myofascial work with the myofascial stick, lacrosse balls, foam roller. He did a bunch of spinal mobility, hip-specific mobility, with a mobility routine that we gave him, hit him all those big hip structures, rec fem, adductor, external rotators. He's done some prehab, so he focused on those muscles that create stability through movement, so diaphragm, pelvic floor, and then all these muscles that sit deep in the shoulder blades. He's already done traction. Traction's based off his spinal alignment. And then this is the last little thing for Zunaeed. This is Zunaeed's Wednesday night routine. Wednesday's your off night, Zunaeed?
Yes,
Lift Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday?
Yep.
Yeah, so tonight is an active recovery session for Zunaeed. Name an athlete at the top game who isn't actively recovering. Michael Jordan was big for that, right? Russell Wilson, I think, has 3 chiropractors on staff, depending on where he's at in the country. So that's just getting into all that musculature. We're then going to get into the hips. When you're squatting and deadlifting as much as Zunaeed does, and then you go and sit behind a desk 50 hours a week. Zunaeed's a mega smart guy. He's in financial services, forecasting trends, so he doesn't just look good. He's got a big brain. And these hip external rotators in the hip just get so tight. Sitting, commuting, lifting weights. And Zunaeed's internal external rotation, his hip's awesome. He's been working really hard on this. That's so much better, Zunaeed. So again, Zunaeed's not necessarily in pain. So this is just all recovery stuff based on needs of Zunaeed around his training regimen. So Zunaeed's range of motion is so much better. Look at that, Zunaeed. That's so much better. That's going to transfer over into Zunaeed's power, or his competition, in his depth and power. All right, now we're going to get into the adjustment. Zunaeed had a nasty car accident, and his neck is got what is kyphotic. It's kind of the wrong way around. He's been working really hard on that. This is a pretty atypical adjustment. It's prone, and that gets a really nice release for Zunaeed. Good. Zunaeed's moving really well tonight. Again, he's spent best part of an hour getting ready for this adjustment. Good. And it moves Zunaeed's right hip. A lot better alignment, Zunaeed. This side down, face me. Bottom leg straight, top one through. Good, I'm going to give that a little pulse and relax there. Better, this side. Good. On your back, we're going to do some anteriors work.
Breathe and relax. Relax. Good. One more. Good.
Alrighty. Alright guys, you're watching on the video. If you're watching on YouTube, subscribe, turn on the notification bell, like, follow us on Instagram, Facebook. Zunaeed's got about another 3 and a bit weeks till go time. And then we'll be seeing Zunaeed throwing a ridiculous amount of weight around. See you in the next video.
See you guys later. Stay strong.